Hello everyone, and welcome to my Super Mario Maker recreation of Fire Mountain from the Wind Waker. Now, why did I do this? Well, I have the Toon Link amiibo, and I wanted to kind of experiment with the amiibo costumes and putting them into like their actual game, but in Mario form. And since I have the amiibo, and Toon Link is actually one of my favorite of the Mario costumes anyway, I think it looks really good. It's very expressive and emotive, like the actual Wind Waker Link, and like the Deku Leaf animation is really cool. Anyway, so I wanted to do one with him, so I wanted to put him into the Wind Waker, so I tried to think of a good level from that game that I could approximate in Super Mario Maker. And Fire Mountain seemed like an easy place to start, because it's a nice, short dungeon, and it's not too intimidating. And I'm just a novice Mario Maker creator here, so I don't know too many tricks. But it turned out pretty well. It kind of had the right pieces to make it a good fit. So I'm going to take you through that right now and show you my level. But if you'd rather go play it for yourself first, I will put the ID code at the end of the video, so you can go play that for yourself and then come back and watch kind of how I designed this. But anyway, if not, we'll just go ahead and jump right on in now. Now, of course, the first thing you're going to see is Toon Link on the Great Sea, which I've represented as ice blocks. Now we're making our way toward Fire Mountain, and then we see our fish buddy. Now he'll draw on our sea chart for us if we have bait, but we don't, so we'll have to kill him. We'll move on to this Fire Mountain volcano and try to climb up it. We got fire spewing everywhere, we got cannonballs shooting at us just like in the actual game. We've got these annoying bird enemies that like to knock us off and scream at us. But we can make it to the top. But now what are we going to do? We can't get in. There's fire spewing out of the top. We still got cannonballs. It's blocked off. So what are we going to do? Well, if you remember in the actual Wind Waker, Link had to use ice arrows to freeze the fire and shatter it everywhere so that he could gain temporary entrance into the dungeon. So he had a very short amount of time to get from the bottom to the top and get inside the dungeon. So we can do the same thing here, climb on up to the top, and we can get into the dungeon before time runs out. Now we drop down into the dungeon, and the first thing we see are fire keys, represented by the Cheep Cheeps. Now once you're in the dungeon in the actual game, you jump from these little square platforms to the next, in your little pond of lava. So that's what we're doing here. Now we've got some few extra enemies like the piranha plants and the fire bubbles. Those are just there to make it so that this isn't a completely easy cakewalk through the dungeon. So let's jump on over and get to the main platform where we see the magtails. These little fire, scorpion, centipede guys. But we can't do anything about them, so let's move on. Oh no, there's a giant stone head in our way. What are we going to do about that? Well, we're here to get the treasure from the dungeon anyway, so let's jump on up here. Now in the actual game, there's a nice gold ring that you go through before you get to the treasure chest. So let's jump through this gold ring. Now in the actual game, we're here to get the golden power bracelets so we can lift heavy objects. So we're going to kind of do the same thing here. We're going to wait for the flames to go away, and we're going to get the golden star. Now we can deal with the magtails, and with the treasure from the dungeon, we can easily throw that stone head out of the way and carry on, jumping from platform to platform. And there's the light shining down, and it'll take us back out of the dungeon and to the top of the Fire Mountain volcano. We've got our bird enemies all around us, fire spewing out everywhere once again. But that's pretty much all there is to the level. We can just jump on down, grab the flagpole. Pretty easy, huh? I think that turned out pretty well. The little fire over the treasure chest, that isn't in the actual Fire Mountain dungeon, but it's in, every other Zelda game has flames that you have to get rid of to open the treasure chest. So I thought that was a nice touch too. But anyway, I'm going to jump into the editor and show you a few more things about how I designed this. So obviously we have the ice blocks to represent the Great Sea. I don't think there's any other way we could do that, really. I chose the underground theme because these blue blocks look exactly like the color of the mountain from the Wind Waker. Some of these other themes, well, obviously not underwater. You know, this kind of looks mountainous, but the actual mountain is kind of like a purplish gray color, or bluish gray color. And this brown, while more realistic for a normal mountain, it doesn't really work. And nothing else is really close. I mean, this one would have had actual lava, but it's a castle, so that's not gonna work. So I went with the underground theme. I thought it was pretty perfect. Now you'll notice that a lot of these fire bubbles and flames that are spewing everywhere are not actually endangering our little Mario Link. A few of them are, like this one here in the middle, but most of them aren't. This is the Koopa, the Para-Koopa was kind of the best approximation I had for the birds that scream at you. Of course, we've got the P-switches that give you the limited amount of time, like in the actual Wind Waker game. And we've hidden a few extra P-switches and Link costumes all about. But say you got a little curious and you wanted to climb on down past the cannonballs, past this bird, and keep going on to the sea. Well, you'd run into a pirate ship, of course, a nice battleship. What do you think's been shooting the cannonballs at you this whole time? But say you're able to surmount this battleship and carry on. Well, of course you'll run into more fish and great squids. Now, you don't have any arrows, so I don't really know how you're gonna fight these guys. But say you sneak past them, this is basically the end of the level. This is where you come out of the mountain at the end. And I've made it so it's pretty much impossible to get up there unless you were to lure one of the giant squids over here and somehow jump on them. And if you're that dedicated, by all means, go for it, and congratulations if you pull it off. But you really should just follow the arrows because it's the Wind Waker and that's what you do. So then you can shoot your ice arrows, you can defy physics, you can shatter the fire that's frozen, and you'll have a good time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for kind of more like real games that I could put other amiibo costume people in, like levels from Metroid or something, feel free to leave those in the comments, or even ways to make this one better. Otherwise, go play it for yourself. I left the ID code in the description and at the end of the video, so you really have no excuse not to play it, so go play it. Anyway, I'll get some more videos out as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.